Hello, it's Megan, and I'm back with part dos of my sketchbook tours. We are gonna dive into this one. This was October 2021 that I started this, and I ended it August 2022. And it's got a lovely little sticker on the front of the cover from this toy shop in LA called Giant Robot. Also, what do you guys think of this dress that I'm wearing? I got this dress for a future Renaissance fair occasion that might come to be. I feel very period piece, you could say, very lush, I don't know. So let's open the book. First page is a continuation. If you saw the first part, I ended the last book by doing these kind of intricate line drawings. They're kind of like character studies for a project that was never really made with a friend. And we've got the Mad Hatter and the rabbit. The Mad Hatter happens to be my friend's mom, actually. So the next page. When I first moved into this apartment, I knew one of my roommates, and then the second one I had not properly met because he was only staying here for a month or so, but I was never quite sure if he was home or not, and sometimes I'd hear like some rustling in the room. It sounded like there was a ghost because I just wasn't aware who was in the house and who wasn't, so that explains I live with a ghost. Next one, doing more mixed media work. A little self-portrait that I did with just a wash of just like dry brush kind of blue acrylic paint. And that's me and my two friends in Tokyo, or this is actually Lake Saiko, near Mount Fuji. The three of us being little swamp monsters. And here we got two other hippies from the character study project. And I found out through this process that I really love to do detailed floral ink work. Yeah. And here we got, I believe this is the Jester. And on the right is a pattern that I made for a felt Gigi, which is Kiki's cat from Kiki's Delivery Service. And that was 2021 that I dressed as Kiki from Kiki's Delivery Service for Halloween. And every Halloween I love to make it a challenge to see how crafty I can be. Busty crustacean at a crusty bus station. Need I say more? I am a fan of this simple ink work on the right. We've just got some little spirits kind of existing. And here we are embarking on my apartment design plan. All the notes, honestly, have come true here, I could say. I do have many rugs for a cozy area in the living room. Candles melting in fireplace, yes. Parlor palms, almost. I have some plants in the living room. One is here right now. I'm propagating this ficus, I believe, Audrey ficus, but it's curling and I'm not sure what to do. I think it's maybe just because it's the winter time. Mural plan. If you have not seen the mural process videos that I've made 3 videos on this 4-wall mural project that I embarked on back in 2021 when I first moved into this apartment. And this was where it all started, in me sketchbook. And here's the first sketch. As you can tell, it's very, very lightly done. There's just like a rough idea there, and then I really expanded on the wall and made it its own thing. Overwhelmed and underwhelmed. Facts. This is my roommate, or my old roommate, Kit. That was a little drawing I did in Greenpoint. We had like a whole day. We stopped for tacos, did a sketch of Kit. It's cute. And here's a collaborative drawing that we did with a flying cat. He's got wings. Maybe he's being propelled into the sky. It looks like that's what's happening. Okay, here is the chaos of wall number 2. And I really went full force with the wallpaper inspired design. Most people who come into my apartment are like, wow, I love this wallpaper that you have. Where'd you get it? And I'm like, well, it's actually not wallpaper, guys. I painted it. Some little notes. And here's the last sketch of the mural project, which is the bedroom wall. Got 2 doors there that I was able to paint over. And this is when I was thinking about cutting my hair super short, like French bob style. So we have a little drawing up here. I'm thinking about the cut, thinking about the new haircut. All right, whee! Here's one of my favorite buildings on 5th Avenue and 72nd Street. Always doing little architecture sketches. I actually really want to do a series of illustrations of architecture that I love in New York, like especially the older, more European style kind of stuff. Skeptical train. I love sketching people on the train, but this is what I always fear, is that side eye, that bombastic side eye. When I'm like sketching someone and then they look and they're like, are you sketching me? Like, I don't know, it's with good intentions, but somehow I always feel like people just think I'm a creep or something. I was doing some sketches, designing some fonts here. With my friend Lauren, my friend James. Kind of going through it. Oh, Lauren again. This sketch I did at the Coney Island IHOP. One of my favorite IHOPs. Here's Michelle at Cafe Reggio and a spooky lady. Cafe Reggio, one of my all-time favorite cafes in New York. It just holds that old New York charm and it's a comfort spot for me. Yep, interesting. Some kind of psychedelic looking watercolor plus, I think I maybe had done this with watercolor pencils as well. I don't know how I feel about the colors, but eh. Obviously didn't like that hand that I drew. It's a scary claw. This is sweet. I did this sketch of this group of friends it was Washington Square Park, and this was a moment when, you know, that fear inside of me is like coming out and I'm thinking, oh, please don't make eye contact with me. Please don't make eye contact with me. Sometimes I just want to be invisible when I'm sketching someone. But they like looked at me and they're like, are you sketching us? But they were like so happy actually, and they wanted to see it. So then all of a sudden I had more pressure to make the sketch look really good. So that's why it's like super detailed and everything. This is my friend Finn's place in London. One of my favorite apartments, honestly. And I came to London for 1 week, ended up staying 2 weeks because I caught COVID and was on Finn's couch with COVID, and that's me sketching. And here is a little spread I did from Bristol. I ended up quarantining at my friend Coral's place in Bristol. Shout out Coral. Thank you for giving me a place to stay. And a lot is going on here. This is a COVID diary spread. I actually love this spread. I did this at a Cafe Nero. It's like situated in this market in, I believe it's like it's in Clifton, Bristol. I love Bristol, honestly. I had such a good time even though I had COVID. I need to do, this reminds me that I need to do more sketches from life, like observational sketches, because they're so fun. I like to sketch interesting faces, and this guy, wasn't interesting men. This is an illustration of Coral, actually. Here we go. And I forget what her character was. She had this really crazy wig on though that was like kind of a mix of like silver hair and black, and did some weird little sketches here of some people in Bristol. A trip with no plan. London ended up being quite a surprise when I was staying an extra week that I had not planned on staying. Honestly, one of my favorite doodles I've done. It's been so long since I've been able to feel my butt. 6-hour domestic flight. Come on, let's go! Me shouting at my legs that are still sitting in the seat. That's how I feel when I'm flying from New York to LA, and I did that sketch when I went to go see my sister graduate. Oh my god. So this was done, I believe in Austin, or yeah, it might have been Austin. Weird looking dragon with a lot of charcoal, and I like sketching in charcoal and leaving the other's page blank and then seeing like what gets rubbed off. Got a nice little effect. Here's Lauren again, my muse, honestly. And this sketch that I never finished of 2 people hugging and a cat on the back of this guy. Random sketch. I was just doing some observational sketches in Tompkins. This portrait of an angry woman. I saw a man that looked like a wizard here, and there was this man that was dancing and spinning in the middle of the path, because why not? Okay. Oh, here was the beginning of my nomadic journey. Started in Barcelona. Oh my god, if you did not know, Barcelona has such beautiful Art Nouveau architecture, and I saw this one door handle that was just so dreamy. I sent it to my friend and she was like, you should totally get this as a tattoo. And to be honest, I'm like still kind of thinking about it. Who knows? Nice weather for ducks. I think I was listening to a song that was called Nice Weather for Ducks. This was a sketch that I did in the Ontario airport in California, not in Canada. Here's a sketch that I had done planning for this film that I'm making in the spring. And I've already made it once, but I want to give it more thought and time and film it again. That was the original little sketch for that film. Here is a sketch that I did of this kid holding a fennec fox in Morocco. This was in the Sahara Desert. Yeah. I still can't believe I saw a fennec fox in real life. Like, they are real life Neopets to me. They're so cute. So cute. And here's my series of people watching sketches that I did on my nomadic summer. This was in Paris. Maybe I should caption these. I feel like that'd be smart. This was in Paris. This man just had like a lock. He had a lock of hair just hanging here, but the rest of his hair was cut like kind of in a bowl cut. And I thought, that's interesting. And I drew it. This is a couple that I sketched at a restaurant, I believe in Moulin Rouge. Here's a little kid and her dad on a walk with the best view up there. This was at the Paris flea market, and I just thought it was so funny how this dog was resting on this lady's lap, just like as a pillow almost. you know, just minding her own business. Didn't finish this one. Maybe I'll finish it at some point. Two nuns chatting on the street. Don't know what this sketch was, but did finish it. This might be one of my favorite spreads. I designed a tattoo for my friend. Can you guess which one that she went for? She went for this one because it looked the least like a dog. I referenced real photos of her dog, actually. This one is so sweet. Hugo was stung by a bee, and so his whole face was really puffy. Yeah, honestly, if I were to have gotten one of these, maybe this one, the funky seated position, or Hugo forever. More sketches. All of the reference photos were just so iconic that I was like, maybe I should just do a three-headed Hugo, but I think it was like too intense. And we're at the last page. Okay, last page were random notes or like suggestions that I had written down during my time on the jam farm. Welcome to the Sticks movie, North of France postman. Blob is a fun word for sparkling drinks in German. Can I get a blob, please? Oh, so these are like notes that I had taken during like one of our first dinners on the jam farm. We went to like the neighbor's place, and they happened to all mainly be from Germany, and so they were all like recommending places to visit and stuff. Heidelberg apparently is a good place to visit in Germany. There's young people. And also at that dinner, I happened to be sitting next to an ex-clown. Like he used to be a clown. So that was silly. And he like actually biked on an electric bike from Germany. He cycled through Belgium. He like biked through Bruges, I believe, and then arrived in the north of France for this dinner, which was crazy. And a surprise, with this book, it's a moleskin, so it has a little pocket in the back, which is my favorite, and I have all sorts of goodies in here to show. Okay, I can start with this photo booth picture with my friend Mia, who I stayed with while I was in Paris. Cute. We made a little heart. Here's a random sketch that I had done with Coral. It's like this game that you can play by, you get like a sheet of paper and you fold it a couple times, like so you start with, you know, one little section and then you fold it over, and the next person draws on the next section. Bada bing bada boom, and you got a little girly. She's sad, but she's fashionable. Okay. Leaf. Don't know where this leaf is from. Maybe New York? This was my concert ticket to see Diana Ross in Austin. I went with my mom, actually. If there's any mom activity to do, it's going to a Diana Ross concert, because the demographic is very mom-aged, and it was very wholesome, and she did like 5 outfit changes. So epic. Loved it. Ginkgo leaf. French Dispatch ticket. To be honest, I think there were too many characters in this film, but I really loved the little animation bits that they had, and the illustrations for the movie poster. So beautiful. This was just like a random cheese wrapper that my friend put in a like a care package thing that she sent from Tokyo, because we love snail mail. We got 2 Polaroids. One is of my friend Logan, and here's some friends in Prospect Park. Casabatlo. we got a student ticket to Casa Batlló. Honestly, it was so incredible to see some of Gaudi's work in real life. What a legend. And here we got random COVID sketch that I did in Bristol. And last but not least, another little photo booth pic in Paris. But that about concludes my second sketchbook tour. This was the pretty much like, I'd say my 2022 sketchbook. I hope you guys enjoyed the little walkthrough. It's kind of like a little time capsule. It's a fun little show and tell, and if there's one thing I love, it's show and tell. Yeah. Okay, I will see you guys in the next one. Boop, 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 boop.